Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library and I have a pile of DVDs. I don't know, they were in a box. I just took them all out of their box. Now they're in a pile. It doesn't matter. I'm unpiling the DVDs. Um, the first one is Angry Neighbors, and this stars the guy from The Watcher, who probably has a name, and it also stars. Oh, his name is Bobby Cannavale, and then Cheech Marin, and the main guy I think is played by Frank Langella, and it is about a guy whose neighbor is very rich and has a mansion and is making repairs all the time, and he gets very angry at him. You can see him here with his hammer and his little dog. I actually watched the preview for this and it does look pretty funny. So going in a very different direction, we have Utama, which is a prize-winning Bolivian film, um, which it looks. I also watched the preview for this one, and it looks amazing. Like the landscape is beautiful. It does not look like a sort of plot-driven, a very action-y book. Basically, it's about a couple who live in a very remote landscape taking care of llamas, and they run out of water and they have to decide whether or not to leave. I was particularly touched in the preview by just like the look at traditional Bolivian culture, which is really disappearing. And then I think that at some point their son comes home. They don't speak Spanish, they speak Quechua. Their son comes home, or their grandson. It just says he has news. Violent Night. This stars this guy from Stranger Things, aka, do they tell us his name? David Harbour, and it is about Santa Claus who ends up in a house where they're like trying to take the people hostage, and he decides to save things. I can't really remember the premise, but basically, if you want to see Santa Claus get violent. And Lamborghini, this is the man behind the legend. I think this is a documentary. I think. Sometimes it's so hard to tell documentaries from biopics. It's like they don't want you to know. It says based on an incredible true story. So I'm going to go with biopic. And yeah, this is called Bergman Island. And it's a humorous summertime odyssey going to the home what? I don't even understand. I can't even read the back. I don't understand what it's trying to tell me. So they go to the home of Ingrid Bergman for for the filmmaker's seventh feature. I thought it was okay. Then the filmmaker's name is Mia Hansen Love. Um, huh. Complicated relationships. Uh, okay. Okay. So this sounds like a drama, not any sort of like documentary. And it just sounds like it's about family and relationships. And it takes place in um, Sweden on a remote island. I always like a remote island. Okay. Till this is based on the true story and it is just sounds very powerful and emotional. It's about the mother of Emmett Till, who was brutally murdered in 1955. He was lynched. My son just learned about this at school. It was so powerful talking to him about it. I really felt like the school did a good job talking about it. But it actually, the story doesn't really stop there because she really spent the rest of her life trying to get justice for him. So, The Man Who Fell to Earth, season one. So we got a TV show here, and it's about an alien who crashes into deep into the oil fields of New Mexico, and he has to find a brilliant scientist, the one woman on Earth who can save his species. Oh. He's trying to become more human. Her faith in humanity couldn't be lower. That sounds good to me. I haven't watched any science fiction in a long time, so maybe it's time. Recipes for Love and Murder. This is an Acorn original. I don't know why. For some reason, I just really like these three people all standing on the cover. Like I don't know. It looks like they weren't really standing next to each other. They got like photoshopped next to each other. Don't know what they're doing there. So it says, Tammy Maria is kind and quiet, and she doesn't draw much notice, lives a solitary life, becomes an advice columnist, and peppers her responses with recipes. Then a woman turns up dead, and she springs into action with a rookie journalist, and it takes place in a small South African town. Ooh, neat. I like it. Okay, we have two more. One is three more, I can't count. One is the sixth season of Better Call Saul, a very popular series. And the last two, this was kind of like two because these are the same series. The last two is season two and season three of the series My Life is Murder. We got season one. Now we are catching ourselves up. This stars Lucy Lawless, been getting really good reviews, popular with the patrons. So we are getting this on the shelf. Yeah, that's all my DVDs, but I'm sure we will be back soon with more DVDs or maybe more books. Who knows what will come next? It depends on the mail.